Now, to talk a little bit about the checklists. Every training program and accompanying checklist draws content from 12 distinct categories, ensuring that our clients develop all of the related skills and experiences they will need. It is the checklist that makes this approach to training far more targeted and relevant. This approach can be customized for any NOC code, any training program, and any individual. No two checklists are the same. Here are the checklist categories. Essential skills, camera system. I will explain this in a few minutes. Academics. Nearly all students, regardless of vocational goal, will need some academic material or GED or credit courses in their programs. English as a second language. All of our ESL students will have a section in the checklist specifically for them. Customer service skills. A basic understanding of customer service principles is a necessity in almost all jobs these days. However, the detail and complexity of the concepts covered will vary greatly depending on the vocational goal. Computer skills. Again, nearly all students require at least a basic understanding of computer skills. Clearly, there will be a vast difference depending on vocational goal. For example, the level of computer literacy will be very different for someone going into an elemental sales position compared to someone heading to community college. Job-specific skills. These are the skills specific to the vocational goal. Many of these skills will be gained in the classroom, but some will be attained while with an employer. A bit more about this later. Job search skills. All students need to learn job search skills, regardless of their vocational goal. Being able to perform well in an interview and having a current resume and cover letter are crucial elements to any training program. We don't need any extra time to develop these skills, as our concurrent approach to training means students learn many skills at the same time. For example, students needing to learn word processing skills will do so while creating their resumes. College preparation. These are the skills students need to be offered admission into their programs and to be successful once they get there. Online learning, Skills Tutor. We have access to an excellent online learning program. We offer it to all students at no extra charge. There are thousands of lessons at all grade levels and in all subjects. Students will be gaining computer skills while learning their other subjects. Students can also access their accounts at home, and we are provided minute-by-minute details of their progress through the software. Essential portfolio development. As mentioned previously, all students enrolled in Workplace Essentials or College Essentials will leave with a portfolio of demonstrated skills. Integrated work training and independent work practice are our new volunteer employment opportunities. I will discuss the differences between them and the benefits of both shortly. Health and safety training. Career Essentials was part of the working group at the WSIB to create Safeability, a health and safety awareness training program for persons with disabilities. Ensuring our students don't get re-injured at the workplace is a major priority for us. Before I discuss the checklists in more detail and provide examples, I'm going to provide a brief description of the essential skills. We have been incorporating these essential skills into our training programs for years. However, up until recently, since there was no standardized test to measure progress, we needed to remain focused on academics. I will be discussing this new standardized test a little bit later in the presentation. The essential skills are the skills that people need for work, learning, and life. They are used in the community and the workforce in different forms and at different levels of complexity. They are completely transferable to any occupation. The essential skill profiles. The essential skills profiles describe how each of the 9 essential skills are used by workers in a particular occupation. HRSDC has conducted research examining the skills people use at work. Approximately 250 profiles have been developed for various occupations of the NOC. We use the information in these profiles in our assessment reports, academic reports, checklists, and curriculum design. It is important to note that we validate this information regularly with our vast list of employers to make sure it's up to date. What is included in these 250 profiles? A brief description of the occupation, a list of the most important essential skills, examples of tasks that illustrate how each essential skill is applied, complexity ratings that indicate the level of difficulty, the physical aspects of performing the job and the attitudes that workers feel are needed to do the job well, future trends affecting essential skills. What are the 9 essential skills? Reading, document use, numeracy, writing, oral communication, working with others, thinking skills, computer use, and continuous learning. I'm now going to introduce you to the checklist and provide some examples of the kind of information found on them. As I mentioned before, all students get a checklist designed specifically for them and their vocational goal. No 2 checklists are the same, as they contain all the skills, but only the required skills for employment in the goal. The first checklist sample is for the vocational goal Retail Sales, not code 6421. The category is Essential Skills. As you can see in document use, we have read list or Rolodex entries of customer names, addresses, and products purchased at the complexity level of 1. Once the student has demonstrated multiple times that he or she can adequately perform this skill independently, the instructor will date and sign the checklist. Over the course of the program, students will be able to see the progress they're making towards their goals. As you can see, one of the skills under communication is using a telephone. At the beginning of the program, we have found that since students have numerous transferable skills from their prior employment and activities of daily living, we can have them do the demonstrations right away. This means that their confidence levels increase dramatically as they become self-aware of their strengths. At the bottom of this chart, you can see the letter OTJ. This refers to on the job. This is an example of a skill that students would gain while at an integrated work training opportunity. Here we have a chart showing the customer service skills, again for the goal of retail sales. As a reminder, as students demonstrate these skills, we will be collecting samples for them to use in their essential portfolios. This chart is an example of computer use for the goal of retail sales. As you can see, many of these items are developing skills in other categories as well. For example, write letters or quotations to customers, Level 2, will also develop writing skills, communication skills, customer service skills, and word processing skills. The next chart is for computer use as well, but this time for college essentials students. As you can see, the items on this chart are very different from what we just saw on the retail sales chart. This next chart sample shows some of the job-specific skills that we'd find on a retail sales checklist. This chart is now showing some of the job search skills that students in retail sales might find on their checklists. For students that are going to do a job search program upon completion of their training, whether at Career Essentials or elsewhere, will be already prepared to begin their job searches in earnest. Now we're moving on to some of the skills we ensure our college-bound students acquire. These are the soft skills that students need to be successful in college. This checklist sample will show some of the tasks that need to be completed for our college preparation students. If at any time you would like to see a complete checklist, please let any of us know and we'd be happy to show you one.